assume you've heard?
I have. Wouldn't be here for any other reason.
Of course. Of course. Well, here are the facts. The suspect was killed yesterday between 3 and 3:30 in the afternoon. He had 3 stab wounds, 2 to the abdomen, 1 directly to the center of his chest. Right now we have 3 suspects downstairs. They're being questioned as we speak.
So why do you require my expertise?
Because of suspect 4.
What about it?
Or her.
What do you mean?
We don't know exactly who or what suspect 4 is. All we know is that there's something there and we're missing it.
How's that?
Well, the 3 suspects we have so far, all their alibis fit together perfectly. It's flawless. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. All the pieces just seem to fit together. It said in the report.
I read the report. It also says that no one was seen leaving or entering the building from 1:15 up until the time of the murder. The only ones that were in the building were the 3 that you have now.
That's where the case goes cold. All 3 of the suspects we have, their alibis just check out.
Well, I'd like to be home before dinner, so let's get started. Who's the first suspect?
Linda Cynthia Mace, age 25.
Linda Cynthia Mace. My name is Detective Smithson, and I'm here because Mr. Cannon, your superior, was murdered yesterday.
Well, I didn't do it. I mean, I really didn't do it.
Now, Linda, calm down. I'm not saying you did or didn't. I just want to understand what happened yesterday at the office around 3. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I think I can. Well, I was just going over Mr. Cannon's schedule, and...
Baby, I brought us some coffee. Just before I go off with my meeting.
Oh, Robert, you're so sweet. But I really must finish the report.
Is this Kennan's schedule?
Well, yes, but Robert, don't do that. I might get in trouble.
I'm just trying to see what that foul man does outside of his work.
Cannon's not a foul man. Well, he isn't that bad at least.
Baby, there's not a single generous bone in that man's body.
Well, there has to be, because he hasn't told anybody about us. Now, I really must get back to work.
Miss Linda, I must ask, are you and Robert having an affair? This is a murder investigation. Do you know the gravity of the situation? If you don't answer...
Yes. But Mr. Cannon knew all about it, and he said he wouldn't say a word. He was honorable.
Why such disdain?
He wasn't the most fair man.
And in what way?
Mr. Cannon was very particular about his money.
So he was greedy.
Very.
So, Robert was out of your room before the murder?
Yes, but Mr. Cannon's office is 3 floors up. Robert wouldn't have enough time to go up an elevator and across the building in just a minute.
I see. It doesn't seem like she's lying, but something is off.
Well, something always seems off with those who stray outside their marriage.
No, that isn't it. It seemed like she had a reason to kill Cannon, but she seemed too innocent of a woman to do it.
Maybe Cannon threatened to expose her.
Maybe, but it doesn't seem likely. I mean, she seemed too scared. A woman who had just killed a man that she hated would seem relieved, not frightened.
I didn't think of that.
Well, of course you didn't.
Let's see if Robert's story checks out.
Robert Henry Craig, I have some questions for you.
How long is this gonna take? I have a lunch with my wife.
Oh, pardon me, I didn't know. Is this a family meal?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Oh, what fun. And are you bringing your mistress along with you as well? Or is she not included in the family? Now, one more time, Mr. Craig. What was your relationship with Mr. Cannon?
He was my boss. I worked for him for 12 years.
Oh, long time. I'm sure you worked your way up in the world. Maybe he threatened that. To ruin a career. Well, that would make me angry. Maybe even enough to kill.
It's not like that!
Of course, of course. Now, here we are. Can you tell me what you were doing yesterday at 3 after talking to Linda?
I just finished talking to her. I left the room.
Margaret!
What's the matter?
I just got a call from Jeffrey's school and he got in another fight.
Oh, again?
Again, it's his third one, and I asked Mr. Cannon if I could get the day off work to go pick him up, and he said no.
That man is such a grouch. I'm really sorry that it's so disappointing.
That's alright. Have a good day, Robert.
You too.
So you were with Margaret when Cannon's wife found the body?
I was.
And if I ask her, she will agree?
Yes.
What about Linda? Could she have killed Cannon?
Absolutely not. She couldn't hurt a fly. She has no violent bone in her body, and Cannon's office is too far away for Linda to get there on time.
Well, Robert, that's all the questioning I have for you today. You may leave this room, but you may not leave the station. Would you like me to contact your wife? No.
So Robert's story seems to check out. And I checked the floor plans too. Cannon's office is a fair walk away. On top of the fact that the elevator operator said he didn't run anybody upstairs between 2 and 4, the last being Cannon's wife.
And what about Cannon's wife? She a suspect?
No, she had an officer with her at the time. After that scare in London, she's asked for an armed guard to be with her at all times.
Oh yes, I remember that. Nasty incident that one was.
Last subject, Margaret Eleanor Ingretta, age 29.
So Margaret, how is Jeffrey?
How's Jeffrey? Well, scared out of his mind right now.
Well, I would expect so. We'll try to make this quick. We know that you talked to Robert just before the screen.
This is true.
And what happened before that? Would you care to explain?
Well, I had just finished talking to Linda. Hello? Yes, this is she. Jeffrey? Got in a fight? Yeah. Let me see if I can get off work. Okay, thank you. Bye.
I already checked. The school said that they did call her. She was talking to them at 3:11.
Damn it. Her story checks out as well.
Is the great Detective Smithson stumped by a case?
Not at all, it just doesn't add up. I mean, Linda's story covers for Robert's, Robert's covers for Linda, and Margaret's covered by Rob as well. I mean, they all fit together with no cracks. Nobody's alibi is anything amiss.
I told you, it's a hard case to crack.
Will you stop playing that goddamn puzzle and listen to me for a second? I don't even understand your fascination with those things.
Well, they're not impossible, they're solvable, but it's a challenge. You just have to know where all the pieces go, where they fit together perfectly. You just have to figure out how.
Made to fit together. Wait. They were made to fit without cracks. Larson, get every suspect together. I just cracked this case.
Why am I here, Detective? I thought you already questioned me.
This is true. But other things have come up. And be silent. You'll understand it all. At first I thought this case was missing something, and alas it was. Your alibis all lined up, leading on the fact that there was another suspect. But there was one problem, though. Such a suspect couldn't exist. So I dug deeper. And it was then when I found your main flaw. Your alibis were too perfect. They fit together so well that they had to have been manufactured that way. Since you're the only suspects, no one could speak against your false stories. It was perfect in theory, but that perfection was the flaw that led to your demise. Suspect 4 is all of you. Together in conspiracy to kill the late Mr. Cannon. You are all guilty for the murder of Mr. Cannon. You are all under arrest.
So a puzzle. That is a new one.
I must agree. I gotta hand it to you, my friend. If it wasn't for your silly game, I never would have solved this case.
A puzzle solved by a puzzle. Isn't that ironic?